Alright, these are your first exercise, clams, clam shells as they would be called. So what you're going to do is 3 sets of 10 with the blue TheraBand here. And what you're going to have you do is lay on your side with your legs in spinal order. So they're going to be in a straight line from the top of your shoulder down to your ankles. And then we're going to give you a bend about, I would say, a little bit of a 20-degree bend in your knees. So what you're going to do is externally rotate your hips and then back down. Externally rotate your hips and back down. You're not going to get a lot of movement, but the goal is to strengthen the external rotators of the hip. And then you're going to rotate to your other side. So if you do your left first, you can do your right second, and that will be your first set. Stop that. Okay, this is external rotation of the clamshells. So what you're going to do is keep your feet together, and we're going to open up your legs, and then you're going to go back in. Open up your legs and go back in. So you're going to do another 3 sets of 10 here. And this will be the end of your clamshells after you get your left and your right leg done. Monster walks goes as this. You extend your legs, step, extend your legs, step. You're monster walking all the way down and all the way back, and that equals 1. You're going to do this for about 10 yards. Alright, go for it. What you're working on here is your hip flexor strength, and also your hip and adductor strength. For many of you, that's your weakness. If the band starts to climb, just push it back down. The main goal is to keep it above your kneecaps. It's the clock. Alright, good. So for many of you, you have ankle weakness, so the next thing you're going to do is 30 seconds balance on both of your ankles. So first you can start with your right leg. Good posture, stand up straight, all that good stuff. 30 seconds after that is done, you switch to your left leg. We like to prefer to do this in your bare feet, because if you have any arches that are high, we can identify them now, and you usually have your correct orthotics in on your shoes, so we want to work on your ankle stability as much as we can. Alright, this is going to work on your proprioception along with your balance. So what we're going to do is have Amy bend over, and a straight leg out, and we're going to have her externally rotate on her shoulders. So flat. There you go. After a couple months, when you guys get really good at it, we're going to work on full extension of the back leg, and 3 sets of 10 is usually what I prefer, so 30 altogether. This is plie squat. For some of you that have problems with your EMO inside your knee, we're going to have you do these. 3 sets of 10. So what Amy's going to do is down, out, and up. And that is 1. Down, out, and up. 2. 3. Good. Alright, this is squat with TheraBand. For many of you, you don't need the dowel rod. You'll be doing this with an actual squat bar. So what you're going to do is you're going to go down in your normal squat position, but for a lot of you, you have a valgus collapse. So what we're going to do is prevent you from going out and keeping your legs in. So use the TheraBand until you get corrected and you break your habit of going out. So you're going to be... Alright, so this is alternating step back lunges. So what you're going to do is 3 sets of 10. So when you go down, like Amy's going to do, you're going to go about 90 degrees. But don't let your kneecap go over your big toe. That's the tip. And then go back. Down, back. The dumbbells are helping you keep your posture and your cores engaged. Suck in your core, good posture, and back, down. 3 sets of 10. This is star drill for most of you that have ankle instability. What you're going to do is go down about 4 or 5 times each cone. So you're going to go 1, you're going to go 2, you're going to go 3. And that'll be 1. Alright, for many of you this is sumo squat. We're going to have you have in a wide position like Amy has, in which you go down, out, and up. What we're working on here is getting your butt to go out like a normal squat position, and we're working on your glutes. Most of your power when jumping comes from your glutes and your hamstrings. lunge with core rotation. So what you're going to do is go down in a normal lunge position, but yet you're going to keep the medicine ball out and go left to right. Always keep your core engaged. This is a great one for back stabilization and great abs. So you're going to walk it out, probably about 10 yards apiece. Alright, this is 4-way TheraBand. The first one you're going to do is external rotation. The main goal is to keep your elbow tucked at your side and externally rotate. What we're working on here is part of the rotator cuff as well with the bicep tendon. For many of you that are heavy hitters or outside hitters, this is the main shoulder joint that you're going to use. It's going to be activating your bicep. So 3 sets of 10, take good breaks in between. The faster you do it, the more problems you're going to have. The slower you do it, the better you're going to get corrected. Alright, the next one you're going to do is TheraBand, 4-way TheraBand, is pretty much extension. So what you're going to have you do is push back on the TheraBand with about 4 fingers in the TheraBand, or just hold on to it, make a nice grip. But what we're going to try to do is activate the tricep and work on part of your scapular motion. So having you push all the way back, for many of you, that's how you jump. So we're going to get good tricep extension and then fully extend it. Alright, this is flexion. So what we're going to have you do is do 3 sets of 10, take nice breaks in between them, and we're going to work on your bicep and moving up to your scapular region. But also, we're working on your scapular thoracic clavicle region. So for many of you that are hitters, you guys have problems with external rotation and internal rotation. So this is what's going to correct it. Okay. For many of you, this is going to be internal rotation with 4-way shoulder. So what we're going to do, like in external rotation, but now we're going to have you externally rotate to begin with, and then go internally. Externally, internally. 3 sets of 10, take good breaks in between. We're working on your elbow strength here. We don't want anything to happen during season with the elbow. Alright, for the next shoulder exercise, we're going to do I's, Y's, and W's. So Amy's going to do an I first, and what we're going to really work on is fully extending those elbows. Put your head in between them if you have to. It's fine. Working on that deltoid. For many that are like a setter or a hitter or a defensive specialist or a libero, you guys are down here a lot, so we have to work on getting your deltoid to explode. So that's an I, and then we're going to go to a Y, because yes, you're coming to win. And then we're going to do a W, because you're a winner. There you go. There you go. You guys can do these on a bench press bench or something like that in the weight room. But all you really need is about 5-pound weight. If you can't work your way up to 5 pounds, start with like a 3 or a 4. Rows. You're going to do 3 sets of 10. And for Amy, she's going to go forward. She's going to go backward. And then she's going to come out to the side here. That equals 1. So for many of you, you have 3 sets of 10. So take your time, control movement, and if you start to shake, stop. Good. This is scapular punches. What we're going to have Amy do is just act like she's going to punch somebody, but she's going to work on keeping her shoulder blade to the table. And you're going to just push up and push back down. You're not getting a lot of motion, but what you are getting is a lot of scapular motion, which helps with some of you that have rounded shoulders. The majority of all volleyball players have rounded shoulders, so we need to correct this. So, Roman twists. Suck in your core, straighten up your back, keep your shoulders back for rounded shoulder people. What you're going to do is go side to side, left, right, left, whatever order you'd like. But what we're going to try to do is work on your core and keeping your back straight. Many of you guys have back problems, so we need to correct this now. Alright. For many of you, you're going to need a foam roller, so you can go to Walmart or Marshalls. They're about $10 a piece. But what we're going to work on is some of you have really bad rounded shoulders, and this is going to take care of it. We're working on your pectoralis major and minor here. So what we're going to do is have you come up with a 5-pound weight and come back down. The goal is to keep you steady. So if you start to shake, maybe lose the weight. That would be the biggest tip I can give you. But what we're going to try to work on is getting rid of those rounded shoulders, engaging the traps, and get through the motion with the hands. These are seated rows. For many of you that have problems with your traps and your rhomboids, what we're going to do is make sure that they connect with your shoulder blades. So what Amy's going to do is externally rotate, and then she's going to push back. And as you can see, the tiger pride in the back of her shirt is going away, and it's connecting because she has good scapular contraction. And the way you can do this is check with a friend, is have them put their hand right in between your shoulder blades and have you pinch them together. 3 sets of 10 with the TheraBand that we'll be sending with you, your workout packet. External rotation to internal rotation at 90 degrees. What we're going to work on is working with your wrist, since the majority of you use your wrist to snap down the ball at the net. What we're working on is both elbow, shoulder, and wrist. So what Amy's going to do is externally rotate, internal rotation at 90 degrees. These are crazy Ivans. What you're going to do is, again, engage your core, straighten up your back, and what we're going to do is have you come from a 90 degrees down and touch your pocket. You're going to do 30 seconds on the left, 30 seconds on the right.